What's up, everybody? I just wanted to make a quick fishing video. This is more on the lures and gear side and less on the fishing and what's going on in my waters type thing. I wanted to talk about how do you get your lures from Japan over here so that you can increase your JDM fishing arsenal and kind of decrease the cost slightly. And throughout this video, I'll walk you through like the process, because it is intimidating for first time goers. And I'll also kind of go through why I prefer it to get it from Japan directly. Kind of how I fight the fears of, is my stuff gonna get here or is it just gonna go missing type stuff? And just little kind of nuances about it. So I know I've talked about a few tackle shops that I use, but the most used tackle shop that I go ahead with, and the stuff where I get like true JDM, like boots on the ground type lures, is this shop called Kitiya. And how I found them was I was just kind of searching through Instagram. I was in the beginning of my fishing JDM adventures, and I wanted to see like, how can I truly get the baits from Japan to my home as quickly as possible and as cost effective as possible. And so I just DM'd them one day. They responded. Super nice people, very knowledgeable. And lo and behold, it also helped me with BFS fishing quite heavily, to my surprise. And so Kitiya, how I mispronounced it was Kitiya, but they have a pretty sick logo. It's this cool little cat. And I just really like them. I really enjoy them. So they don't directly ship to the United States. Use a third-party site to kind of get your baits, and then they will get them from the shop. They'll get them onto the third-party warehouse, and then from there they'll ship them to you. And that's by Japan. So it's really nice and simple. I'm going to switch over to screen share, and you'll go over to Kitiya's website, and I'll provide the URL below in the description. Super simple to use. It's intimidating the first time. I use Safari only because you can click on translate. It should be a plugin automatically. You shouldn't have to change anything, but you switch translate to English. And it's really cool because you get to the site, it'll translate it all, even the menu. And so you'll get there. I like to choose bass and look through all the bass shops. If you know the name of your lure company, you can then choose to go through and pick the maker that you want. And they have like Norris, Megabass, Jackall, O.S.P, like all the big name brands, and some niche ones that is pretty cool. On the BFS side of things, so like something I didn't know was that trout fishing was very almost ceremonial and exclusive in Japan. And so I saw that they had a trout menu, and so I clicked on it, and you know, they have tons of cool spoons, and then more importantly, they have area trout lures that I learned very quickly actually went very well for smallmouth fishing in my waters. And of course, bluegill and perch and all that stuff. But they noticeably are a little pricier for Japan prices, these trout lures. And it was because they hold like ceremonial value and almost like kind of like a cult following value to them. And they hold up almost in most cases better than bass lures. But regardless, the trout makers are like ValkeIn, Rodio Craft, and really cool, very long lasting lures. And one of my all-time favorite, which is Jackall Timon. You know, Jackall had to create its own brand to actually get into trout culture in Japan. So they came out with a Timon line, and I just love it. Like, Timon's one of my favorite lures. They have a flat pani that just absolutely kills it with the smallmouth. It's in a cherry bonbon color, and I know I've showed it before and I've talked about it before, but I might just make a video on just the Timon lineup, but it's incredible. Tons and tons of lures, accessories, and tools to peruse on that whole site. They even do reels and rods and stuff like that. And so you go through the menu, you pick out what you want, and you don't add it to the local cart. You add it to the buy cart, and then from there, once you've completed your cart, you hit go to checkout, and it'll take you to Buy Japan. And from there, if you have an account, you just slap everything in, and then you go through your normal checkout process. If you don't, then you'd have to create an account, set everything up. I am a little always skeptical about things, so I always have Buy account, and then all the payments and information go through PayPal. And that's just kind of like my safety net. That's just my own personal preference. You can put your own credit card in there. I just don't like to do that. But again, that's completely up to you guys. And so with Kitiya, they also have the Japan side lucky bags. Most people assume that Megabass are the only companies that, or is one of the only companies that do lucky bags. But actually most manufacturers in Japan do. Like I always get the Raid Japan lucky bag. I always get shop specific lucky bags, and then just different brands. And you can do like, they have like a trout mixed bag lucky bag that I really like. It saves you money. It gets you trying lures that you might have not really thought of. And so like Kitiya is just this really cool shop. It's a shop in Tokyo. They do great work. They're always super friendly. Like they made this like cute little sticker. Like they're always having fun. They're area trout fishermen, but they have bass lures. And so I'm just gonna go through a few of them, and I'll do a zoom in close up so you guys can see. But like this is where I get my TN38 Trigon lures. They have O.S.P Live. Right now, vibration baits are what's in for my area of the waters. Just kind of bouncing them off the ground down at the bottom, and then bringing them back up just a little bit, and then letting them touch bottom, and then bouncing them back to me. And of course, you know, Raid Japan, like just a super cool brand. They have these unique, you can go through their jig page, but like the Evergreen stable jig, like literally my biggest bass came on this. So they have unique lures before they come out stateside. So in most cases, you'll get baits before the stateside tackle shops will. And really the longest part, I would say, is waiting for Bai to get your lures into the warehouse. They have to inspect them and stuff, and that takes a couple days. And so other than that, like usually I would say within 2 weeks, I'll have my lures stateside and ready to go. The other brand that they have that I absolutely love is Issei. And I'm trying this micro size 40 vibration bait. It looks like a craw. It's in the shape of a craw. They have a lot of crayfish color patterns, and so it's really cool. But yeah, if you're in the business or want to try getting JDM lures from Japan and really hone in your Japan lure collection or your fishing, like I said, they have rods. They have fishing line that's unique to Japan that you can't even get in most stateside shops. And so Kitiya will help you just elevate your JDM platform that much higher, especially with the rods and the quality, and the customer service like is bar none. So yeah, check them out. Kitiya. Thanks for tuning in.